In this episode of Film Stock Reviews, I'm reviewing episode 5 of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, titled Mean, Green, and Straight Poured Into These Jeans. The title was great, and there's a meaning behind it, which is really, really funny. Now, basically, this episode is just one big story where Jen Walters, as She-Hulk, is trying to get the name back from Titania, who now trademarked it and uses it for beauty products and selling beauty products. And she has meet and greets and everything, and all the while it's just actually a really fun episode. It took me a while to get into this show, but this episode did it. It was funny, it was interesting, and the way it was funny and interesting is that the things Jen Walters would go to just to humiliate herself, just to win a case, is interesting. She does have an attorney who is very sleek and dresses really well, and this introduction of this character is really, really fun. And not only that, but this whole thing goes to trial. It's Jamil, I believe, who plays Titania, is really great. She has that aspect of playing that Paris Hilton social media entrepreneur influencer type to a T, and Jen Walters, Tatiana Maslany, really plays She-Hulk really well. Still, the CGI is still a little bit wonky at times, but it's done so well. So the reason it's called Mean, Green, and Straight Poured Into These Jeans is because we go into the story of how Jen made the profile, the dating profile for She-Hulk. She uses that in the trial, and she, picks the men that she dated, and they go on the stand and they tell her what happened, this and that. And then the trial goes into her favor. So Titania can't use the name She-Hulk anymore. She has to stop, and then Jen Walters is just happy. While that's happening, there's a side story. We're introduced to Luke, I believe, who is a fashion designer who makes clothes for superheroes. So as he's making these clothes, he has to make a special suit for Jen while she turns into She-Hulk, and then when she goes back down to normal, the clothes still fit the same. And it's really fun. This episode was really good. There is a tease, and it was a subtle tease, and it was right at the end of this episode. Daredevil is coming. Yes, Daredevil's coming. Luke says to one of his assistants, "We don't leave merchandise around. It could get lost." We see the helmet. He covers it, and then that's it. That's the end of the episode. The episode was really straightforward and simple, with the recap in the beginning and the entire episode. It's 31 minutes long. Take the recap out. The show is maybe 26 to 28 minutes long, give or take, with even the credits in it. I had fun with this 5th episode, and I'm curious to see where everything plays in, how Daredevil comes into it, what the story is with that as Charlie Cox returns as Daredevil. And it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. 9-episode first season. It's getting better, which I'm surprised to say that myself. I had a blast with this episode, like I keep saying, because it was funny, it was great. And just the mannerisms that Jen Walters, She-Hulk, was going through in the courtroom, and as she was breaking the fourth wall. She maybe broke the fourth wall a couple times, but not a lot in this episode, like she did in the previous couple episodes. But it was good, and the title of it was great. And just seeing what she would go through to just win a case shows you how much determined she is, how much she actually now likes being called She-Hulk. Let me know in the comment section below what you thought about episode 5 of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? Did you like the dynamic aspect of how everything played out in this episode? And did you like that little tease at the end with Daredevil? And what do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the comment section below about all the questions I just asked. And I'll see you all in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week for my episode 6 review of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law.